man, guys, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Joe, you're getting a round of applause right now. That's what's literally happening. I mean, it's led by Danielle, as most things are. Laughs, really like anything that's necessary is led by Danielle doing something of that sort.
Yes, he is.
Hey.
Hi. Hey, Matt.
Word around the street was that you're in class, so I had to come in and say
I am going to be a regular now. I'm back.
So glad you're here. Priya.
Hey, how are you, Brian?
Oh, I'm so good. It is so nice to see your face. I'm freaking out a little bit internally. It's like
I am so happy too. Happy to be back.
It's like that feeling when you like meet a celebrity, like that just heartbeat fast. That's what's happening right now. Okay, so let me fill you in with what we were at from last week. So homework-wise, hi Phoebe.
Hello.
So,
Sorry, I'm also excited to see Priya. I'm here as well.
Go ahead, have a moment. Have a moment. I'm not gonna kill your moment, Phoebe. That would be like the rudest thing I could do as a human being.
No, it's okay. I got too excited.
Is there a such thing as getting too excited?
That's a good question.
I say no. I say 100% no. Otherwise, I'm in trouble for a lot of things. Okay, so here's what we went through last week. We're going to be just going into some scene work today, specifically based on and focused on initiations. So homework last week was the idea to just start creating a list of different initiations that you would be excited to be on the other side of. So again, these initiations are basically a way to frame the scene to let our partner know exactly who we are and what is going on in this scene, like what the purpose of this conversation is. And so as much of the who, what, where as we can get off in that first sentence naturally, either through physicality, through using some of the angles of our phone or space work, or just like character physicalization, that's going to help our partner understand where we're at and in turn help them understand how to respond and where to take the scene along with you. So that's going to be the big focus as we go through tonight is we're going to go through initiations and we're going to do some rapid fire initiations. So really excited about this. This happened naturally in the teen class. Basically, we're going to go back and forth and it's going to look like this. So Phoebe, I'll use you as my example here. After you finish your water, take your time. I'm going to throw an initiation your way, and you're going to respond. We may get like 2 or 3 lines in or so, and then we would just switch. So I'll call out switch. So much like when we did the voice, attitude, posture, and we went into the gauntlet, where we tried a different character every 10 seconds for those who are with us. That's the same idea. So Phoebe, you would give me an initiation. So go ahead and do that, Phoebe.
Hey, man, I'm so glad we could go to the water park today.
Dude, I'm so psyched. We've been prepping for this for months.
Yeah, I got that sunscreen, I got the swimsuits, and I got the backpack.
And then we go switch. And then I go, hey, Julia, I've been really watching you from afar.
Oh, hey, Mike, I've been watching you too.
No way! And then at some point I'll go switch. Sort of, I'll call the scene and then we'll switch it. And we'll just keep going back and forth on getting the initiations going. So for everybody, here's our why. The why is, matter of fact, I'm going to throw it out to you. Let's get some hands. Why do we think I might be having you do this exercise, starting to write out initiations and think through them? Anybody? Danielle, yeah.
It just helps us think on our toes, be able to react quicker.
100%. Good. What else? Any guesses? Yes, Chris.
So we have some characters or thoughts in our back pocket, so when we're on stage, we're ready.
100%. Okay, good. What else? Phoebe.
And to get the like ingrained memory of thinking through those initiations that are strong so many times so that when you're on stage, they can just come out naturally.
That is absolutely right. Absolutely right. So diving into what Phoebe said here, it's to, and 1 second, I'm going to get you guys' live going. It's to set us up for success where it becomes second nature. We're creating initiation to understand the importance of an initiation can happen quicker and we don't forget the significance of it. Okay? So if we think about our lives, let's go outside of acting here. What is something that you do second nature that you don't have to think about anymore? You've gotten so good at it, it can be so simple, anything that is second nature to you. So I'll call on our celebrity back in the class. So excited to have you. Priya, what's one thing in your life that's natural that you don't have to think about?
Driving.
Driving. Awesome. Okay, Amanda, what about you?
Like washing dishes.
Washing dishes. 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 There's a character right there. Christina, what about you? Oh, you're muted. Hold on one sec. Oh, and George's trying to get back in. I kicked George out. Poor George. Okay, Christina, go ahead.
My monthly infusions.
Monthly infusions. Okay, great. Monica.
Dressing myself.
Dressing yourself, sure. Like, don't gotta be like, okay, this goes over this sleeve and that goes exactly right, exactly. Okay. Who hasn't gone yet? Let's see some hands. Who else hasn't gone? Okay, Phoebe, what's a natural thing?
Like just doodling.
Doodling. Okay. Was there a point where before, like with drawing, you didn't know how to draw, right?
Yeah. Wait, like draw well or at all?
I guess at all, right? I mean, there's a point where like your doodle would have just been a line.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that works. That totally works. Who else? So George, what's one thing you do naturally that you don't have to think about outside of acting? Just, oh, hold on. You got muted as well. You there, George?
Popping a beer.
Popping a beer. You do. You got to learn that. That's like you're looking at one and you don't know how to do it. That's a learned skill. Absolutely. Okay. Who else? Who hasn't gone? Okay. Chris, yeah.
Obsessively checking Facebook.
Okay. Checking Facebook. Even the idea of understanding Facebook, right? So like when you first start a new social media app, for example, we have no idea how to navigate it. You sort of have to figure it out. And then all of a sudden you figure out, oh, this button's here, that button's there. Then you can just pull out your phone and easily go where you need to go, right? Okay, Danielle.
I was gonna say tying your shoe and then also typing.
Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah. So all of these things are real, like day-to-day type things that we have just ingrained by practicing, by learning it. We go all the way back to Priya's example of driving. You had to learn it first. Once you learned it and got used to it, it became a second nature. And if you don't drive for a very long time, you'd have to like, it's getting back on the bike. It would take a little, it wouldn't take as long as the first time, but it would take time again. So this is an idea where after we continue into the following month, I want us to be pursuing these initiations. And I've talked about this a lot, but this should become a part of your daily improv routine, your daily acting routine, to just sort of like take a few moments to start thinking on initiations and creating that. And yes, it could be for creating a character that you might use on stage. That's awesome. It might get used in a scene on stage, but mainly it's just to create that muscle, to make it second nature. Yeah, Christina.
So I'm gonna learn how to drive again, but it's hands-free. Would that be something like that?
When you learn how to drive, I imagine there will be new challenges to that.
Right.
So when that's the case, you will learn how to drive hands-free again in a new way. And once you've got that down and it becomes second nature so that you don't have to think about the pedals. So I'll give an example for me. I just got these new braces, okay? I've had the first one for a while, but it was on my left leg. Well, you don't drive with your left leg, right? So you're not bouncing. When you're a kid, you think you do. You think you go right, left between the two pedals, but you use the one leg. So I've got this brand new, just massive brace. Actually, I want to take it off anyway because it's not super comfortable. So this guy's like massive, right? I mean, it's like a spring, okay?
I've seen one of those.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I can run now. It's cool.
I tested those. Those are amazing.
So with that, though, when I went back, it was so funny. I got out and I had it on and I got into the car and I swear I almost died because I went in and I just wasn't used to it. And I went to push the pedal and I couldn't, it like locked into the pedal. And I was like, ah, like going super fast. It was a brand new thing I wasn't used to. Well, now it's been a few weeks of it. I've gotten used to, with the brace on, how do I now drive differently? It is now a second nature thing to me. So if you continue to practice, it becomes that. And that's what we want to do with our improv. Right now, it happens to be for initiations, but whatever we're learning, that will be the case. Okay?
Got it. Thank you.
Cool. All right, so we got our lessons. And so what I want to do, I'm going to meet everybody really quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am now going to send everybody out. We're going to start 2 at a time. We're just going to keep flying through these and work drills on initiations, okay? So everybody else can jump over to the live. I'll be sending you guys away, and we'll start off with 2 improvisers. We're going to go ahead and start off with Phoebe and Priya, since they haven't gotten to do a scene together in a very long time. And Phoebe is freaking out. We can see it on her face. It's amazing. And so we'll start there, and I'll just start bringing people in 2 at a time. What just happened? There we go. Okay. Say goodbye to me. Okay, Priya, say hello real quick.
Hello.
And Phoebe?
Hello.
Okay, awesome. So since you guys are our first group, I'll just walk through what that's going to look like. The first scene, we'll start with Phoebe first. We'll just go just like we did in that example. I want us to physicalize, use the room, use your voice, explore. We'll just keep going back and forth. And then after we've gone through them for a while, unless there's a mini coaching moment, then we'll talk really quick about how we can grow from it. Okay? Okay, cool. Let's start off with Phoebe. Whenever you're ready, you can jump into that first initiation.
Mom, for my birthday, I would like a bike.
Really? Is that the pink bike that you had shown me the picture for?
Yes, it's the one with the sparkly handlebars and the bell.
Scene. And switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now at this point, Priya, you'll create a character and you'll start with an initiation. And you'll initiate.
And it doesn't have to be linked to the previous one.
Not at all. Yeah, these are totally different. And matter of fact, I don't want them to be. So for everybody watching as you come in next, all of these should be totally different. If you're inspired off of that to do sort of a type of character, cool. But the scenes don't have to connect in any way, shape, or form. So whenever you're ready, Priya.
Hey, Sarah, these McDonald's fries look like 3 days old. Where did you get them from?
Well, they definitely were not just lying on the floor of my car and I put them in this bag. So I would definitely rule that out.
Really? I
Yeah.
need to inspect your car now.
Scene and switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
These glasses are so good, Polly. I can see you better than ever.
Am I pink?
Yeah, it was so nice of you to get me the ones with the pink tint.
Wow, you look happier, definitely.
Scene and switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, I have this presentation in 5 minutes. What am I going to do?
Okay, just take a deep breath. You're going to be amazing. You are such a strong speaker.
I don't know. My breath is not getting deeper. I don't know how to do that.
Scene and switch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm so tired. I can't believe we were at the family reunion for 6 hours last night.
I know. I hate all those places, man. Did you see Grandma?
Yeah, she just like kept getting me to dance on the dance floor, and I was like, Grandma, I'm tired.
And scene. Okay, awesome. So let's talk about it really quick. I'll break down a couple moments. But for you guys, how was that?
Good.
It was fun, yeah.
It
It was fun to keep playing with the different energies, I guess.
Totally.
One thing I observed, I did not use VAP enough. It was my voice, my tone. I didn't change anything.
Sure. Well, and Priya, I'll start with this. This is exactly the get back on the bike thing. So we've been gone for a bit, and now you're jumping right back into it. So starting with that, way to go. It's so exciting. You're already doing great for just popping right back in. And that's what it's about. It's about realizing those little things and going, okay, let me start adding some of those. So I want to talk about one thing I saw you did really well. So in that last one, or one or two ago, she started stretching, right? And so she started doing some of these movements. What Priya did there was called energy matching. So because Phoebe was the one initiating with this idea of the physicality and the character, Priya doesn't know what the character is going to be. She doesn't know where the scene's going to go. So then right when she hears it, she has an option to go one way or another. And so what you did was you immediately said yes. You got up, you moved, you physicalized, and you matched. So that's one of the options that we can totally go with. So then now with that, realize the initiation we want to come right out with, but you don't even have to rush after that. So like imagine, Phoebe, go ahead and throw out that an initiation that dealt with that physicality. I can't remember what it was, but something just similar. Do you remember by chance?
Yeah, the family reunion.
Yes, let's go with that. Okay, and we'll start that out for a second.
Oh, I'm so tired from the family reunion last night.
So then you can get up and start to physicalize, Priya, which is you saying yes. So you go ahead and start to do that. And then you can slowly find your answer as you're doing that, as long as we see you're saying yes to her and creating character and she trusts you. So let's start to do that.
Oh, yeah, it was very, very tiring.
Okay, good. And so now, same idea. Start physicalizing, start moving, and through the way you physicalize, use VAP. Create a voice in your mind, and when you're ready, come out with that voice with your response.
Oh, it was really tiring.
So yeah, you did so well that now Phoebe broke, right? So this is that idea, like you're totally right. We take that VAP method. Because the initiations are so quick in this, we feel like we need to jump right into that next one. We don't. So now, once it's been said, as long as you say yes to it like you did, then you can take your time to find your voice for a moment. Because through your physical, you said, hey, Phoebe, I see what you're doing. I'm in on it. I got your back. Okay? Cool. Yeah. And the same, Phoebe, on your end, as you started to do some of those, realize at the beginning, we can continue to physicalize in that kind of way. And we don't have to speak right away. Now you totally can. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 basically means, and I'm using you guys here because you're our first example. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 means get into that character and get me right into an initiation, which doesn't need to necessarily be words, but just I am in action. I'm in movement. Okay?
Got it.
Awesome. Love it. Great job, guys. Woo! Way to go.
Thank you.
You can chat it up while I bring in my next two. Next two is going to be Christina and Danielle.
Yeah.
Woo. I'll wait till they're all in, and until then, you guys can chat it up. Get into that character and get...
No, it's okay. I got to...
Let's go ahead and pause those lives, guys.
Sorry, I'm pausing.
Like that
No, take your time, Christina. Take your time.
Like that, just heartbeat fast. That's what's happening.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you did it.
There she is. Christina!
Hi,
All right.
girl.
Hey, girl.
I
love-
trying to
you-
fix it. Like, it's like a mess.
It happens. Technology can 100% be a mess. 100%. So I want you to realize something here. We didn't speak on a specific initiation here, but this is the natural chemistry of life. Because you guys know each other really well, we support each other, we have a relationship, a friendship together, not just in class, but out of class. There was a moment where you could see Danielle totally patient, and not just patient, supportive and waiting. And then as soon as you got in, it was like, hey, you could feel the energy just through the word hey. And we want to initiate through characters and telling them exactly who we are because we don't know that. But that energy told us something about the two of you as people. Okay? And as we go into initiations, yeah, we're playing different characters, but that's the power we can have if we send a really specific energy to the other person. Okay? Cool. Christina, you all good?
Yeah.
All right.
Computers.
It's what now?
I said computers. They suck.
Computers, they suck. All right. Danielle, you are first. I'll give you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, okay?
Wait, quick
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
Because like all on me. So I wasn't here last week because I had surgery last week. So, and I didn't watch last week because I seriously been out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out, so what are we doing, like exactly?
So an initiation is basically at the beginning of a scene, it's establishing as much as possible of the who, what, where. And more than anything, the who and the depth of that relationship.
Okay.
So if right off the bat I can do some physicality that sort of tells Danielle the direction that I might be going, we can do this thing called process of elimination, okay? And start to figure out where it might be going. If I name her exactly, she'll know. But if I say like Sarah, that's great, I named her. I don't need to be like, hey, coworker Sarah. But if I look at her and I'm like, hey Sarah, I'm gonna need that reported by like later today, 5-ish. See her eyes?
Okay, Tommy.
Automatically got an energy of what kind of office relationship we have. So that's that idea. Within that first line, how much can you tell your partner? Okay?
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Whenever you're ready, Danielle, I'll give I'll start 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 after you do your first one. So take your time.
Okay. Shelly, I cannot believe you only made $1 million on your last movie.
Right? Like, I was just like, you're not going to give me $2 million? Like, come on. Do you know who I am?
Scene. Awesome. And switch in 5, 4, 3.
Am I switching or she switching?
So we switch and now you'll initiate, Christina. We're going to go back and forth. Okay. So now you create in that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 time.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Becky, we got to get out of here. Those guys are chasing us. I don't know who they are, but we got to go.
I know, Beatrice. They've been following us literally since yesterday.
Scene and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rebecca, I'm so excited for our math test today. Are you?
I'm so excited. Did you know that I know all the answers?
Really? Are you excited for all the calculus we're about to do?
Scene and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. It stinks in here, Becky.
Dude, I know. Did you let one out?
No. I thought someone else did. It smells horrible in here.
Scene.
Well,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bro, I'm so freaking pumped, man. Let's do this.
All right.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
Where's the energy?
Bro, like, we got a GTL. Come on.
Scene 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Listen carefully. There's someone in your house, Stephanie. Look to the left, then to the right.
Christina's about to lose it. And scene.
I couldn't do it. Like, she was making me laugh.
So let's talk about it for a second. What did she do that made you laugh? What did she do that made you want to laugh?
Because her eyes got really big when I said someone's in your house. And she kind of like was like, crap. Like kind of like a scary movie, like you know something bad's about to happen.
Totally. So what happened was, through your amazing initiation, the very solid initiation, we now go, okay, we know what's happening. Danielle was listening and she just reacted honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So like we saw her eyes panic, we saw her thought life, and then as she started looking around, she was so patient that we got to experience every moment of it, which is what made you laugh.
Yeah.
And here's what's cool. The more you're doing this, in a sense, the harder your scenes are going to be to stay in it.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be great.
Yeah.
Because you're both going to be making really solid choices and feeding off of each other, and you're going to want to laugh because it's funny.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
then that presents a whole new set of problems that we start working on as actors, where we've now got this foundation, and now we've got to set it so that we stay in that foundation. So awesome. That was so cool. Danielle, just whole exercise as a whole, how'd it feel?
It was really fun, but I definitely wanted to laugh, like you were saying. Like, I get so into it and the joy, and we're having so much fun that sometimes I lose my character a little bit, I think.
Sure.
No, I do that too.
Well, and you know, it's so easy to do. It's so easy to do. And so this goes down to what we were saying at the beginning, what this whole point was, which is the idea of repetition and making something second nature. So the more you're practicing characters, the more you're working on scenes and initiations, the less that's going to be the case. But it will be an adjustment period because it is funny. And so one exercise I'll just throw you guys' way that you can work on is just the idea of staying in it. Have you heard of Buddy, I Love You?
Ooh,
No.
yeah.
So that's one, again, going into daily repetition, practicing continuously. I would, as an actor, have a list of different exercises as an improviser, as a film actress, that you could be going back to on the daily. So you don't necessarily have to do initiations every day, but you've got on your list initiations. You've got top 5 for quick thinking. You've got Buddy, I Love You to help you stay in the scene. And you reach out on certain days to get a partner, or you have your boyfriend do it with you, Danielle, and that would be fun because it'll be hard because, especially with him, you're going to want to break, right? And
Yeah.
so you do these exercises. So for everybody watching, the way it works, since you both know it, okay?
Oh, I don't know it.
Okay, cool. So I'll do it with Danielle here. Danielle's got to keep a totally straight face, and it's my job to try and make her laugh.
Mm. Oh, it's like that thing on Kevin Hart. They put like water in their mouth, and you have to make the other person laugh so they don't spit it out.
100%. So exercises like that, where thought life is your core, thought life is the reason where you have to stay in it, that's going to help you, because then when you're in character, your thought life will fuel whether or not you stay in it or don't. So basically, I would do my best to make Danielle break. My verbalization would be, Buddy, I love you. Hers is not today, friend. She cannot laugh. She has to keep a total straight face and say, not today, friend. Okay? So try and get in that zone. Okay? Here we go. Buddy. Buddy. Buddy, I love you.
Not today, friend.
Dang, cold-hearted, hurtful. No, but that's exactly it. And so you just keep practicing different ways. So then, just like that other exercise, I would go again, try a different way, try a different way. My goal would be to then make Danielle laugh somehow, and I could do anything. So I'd go again, and I'm like, so already you see her fighting that smile, right? So now both of us are working because she's working on staying in character. I'm working on new ways to keep influencing and impacting my scene partner. Cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Great work, guys. Woo!
Yeah.
Thank
Same
you.
deal.
Good job, Christina.
You too.
Right. We're going to go George next, along with Amanda.
Smile, right? So now both of us are working because she's working on staying in character. I'm
Am I
working on
still
new
in
ways
there?
to keep influencing and impacting my scene partner. Cool?
Yeah.
It's funny when you can, like, hear yourself after. You're like, that's me. Okay, I'm going to get you guys unmuted here. It's not letting me unmute you. Would you mind unmuting yourselves?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. See if it works for George here.
How about now?
Hey, there we go. Thank you. Okay, guys. So same deal. We'll work those initiations. George, we'll start with you, and then we'll go back and forth.
Hurry, princess. The king is coming.
Yes, father. I'm so excited.
It's not every day that you have an investiture as the Queen of Wales.
Scene. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mm-mm. I'm not gonna eat it. Nope.
Well, honey, you don't have to eat it, but you know it's good for you.
No, you know I don't like veggies.
Well, sweetheart, we've talked about this, and didn't you want to make the basketball team this year?
Switch and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, I am so glad that you got valedictorian.
Yes. Thank you so much. Aren't you proud of me?
Yeah, I'm real proud of you. But we took the same classes, we got the same grades. But I'm so glad for you.
And switch 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I know you hate this, but can we take a picture, please? Together.
Yes, you could take my picture. We decided my left is my good side.
I think that's the other one is your good side.
The other left.
Scene and 5, 4, 3. Dive deep into character. 2, 1. Attack. Action.
Toss me your lighter. Mine's out.
1 sec.
Good. For fun, Amanda, I want you to take on his full energy, hear his voice and everything, right? Become that.
Sure.
Do an energy matching
Okay.
for me. Okay, so start that again. I love it, George. Go ahead.
Toss me your lighter. Mine's out.
Sure thing.
Even deeper. Change your whole voice, Amanda.
Sure thing.
All right.
Sure thing.
Now, okay. The gig is tonight at midnight.
I'm ready, sir.
And switch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, Dad. I just got a surprise. I got a little tattoo. It says, "I love you, Daddy."
Oh, that's so nice. Where is it? Where does it show?
It's on my arms, right here, Dad.
Oh, that is a turtle with a top hat. Yeah, I
Scene.
like it so much.
And one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, Pard, I never figured you and I'd end up this way.
Don't come at me.
Draw.
Nope.
And scene. Nope. All right, I love it. Let's talk about it. Hit me.
Wow, it's like, it's so hard because, well, it's hard, but like fun at the same time. Because like I can't really think too much. Just go for it.
Totally.
Amanda's very quick. It's fun because we both get a chance to go, so you both get a chance to listen.
Yes.
It's fun not knowing what's coming.
I love that. I love that. So, Amanda, you said specifically there this idea of like you don't have the option to wait, right? Like,
Yeah.
you have to go. There's no let me overthink this, let me take this a certain direction. And that's another reason this exercise is so great, especially for those of us that overthink, for those of us that plan and want a scene to go a certain way. This forces us to not be able to do that. This forces us to fully listen. So a great moment where this happened, I wrote down, Amanda, was when you got so psyched about the tattoo, and he clearly wasn't. So it's a wonderful example of the fact that you could not possibly have imagined that that would have been his reaction. In fact, you totally expected the opposite. And so then when you were just listening, as George was saying, when you just listened, we saw your natural reaction of your eyes like defeated. And that's that idea. This sort of forces us into that hyper listening and that go mentality. And And the truth is, when we let ourselves just go and make a choice, if we're listening after, I'll preface it with that, if we're listening, then we can build some really great things because we get out of our own way. Okay? So, George, for you, as you're going along, I want to challenge you now to dive in because you've got these great voices and ideas. I want you to attack it even more at the top. Attack it more and try to really let her know, find ways through your writing this week. How do I really let her know that we are bandmates right off the top? How do I let her know that she's my daughter? And in that one, she was initiating. But, like, how do I not only give her the energy and the character, which you do so well, George, but how do I also tell her who she is to me? Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Good work, guys. Woo.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we'll do Chris and Monica. Chris and Monica will be next.
Amanda, you tired of going with all the Bennett boys?
No. Keep it going.
My grandfather will be doing scenes with you next week.
Sure.
Okay, we got you both in here now. Let's go ahead and test here. Give me a audio test, please, Monica.
Hello.
Okay, and Chris.
Hello.
Okay, perfect. All right, we'll get started right off the bat. Let's start off. We'll start with you, Monica. Take your time to get into the first one, and then we'll just start switching.
Okay. Hey, sis, can I wear that really cute dress that has flowers on it tonight?
You mean the really short one?
Yeah, that one.
Scene. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
70, 80, 90, 100. There, I paid you back.
100?
$100. That's what I borrowed.
What about the other 50 for your hair?
And scene. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I didn't mean to break it.
Well, I've told you to be more careful with that. How did it happen?
It was really shiny, and I wanted to touch it.
Scene. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, was that me? Is that my
My turn.
fault?
Yes, so I think it's jumping over to Chris now.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
You're getting so into it. I mean, don't
I
be
know, I
sorry
was
for
in
that.
the
You're like,
moment.
yeah, I love this initiation thing. All right, here we
Okay,
go. I'll give
good.
you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Chris, okay?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, can you come over to my house after school and maybe play Barbies?
Yes, I'll bring my brat dolls too.
Oh, good. You
Scene.
bring your Andy doll?
Scene. Awesome. Okay, we're about to switch over. When we come back, and actually even starting with this one, Chris, do you remember what your challenge was last week?
To be a character other than like my normal age group.
Yes, and you're starting to do that. I love it. So I want to take that even next level now as we push through these next couple. I want you to change everything. So you are not allowed, from here on out, it's going to be really hard and it might sneak in, but you're not allowed to use your real voice.
Okay.
Okay, so every scene from here on out, you have to change your voice in one way, shape, or form, whether it goes higher, lower, accent, whatever. You're going to change your voice and your physicality if you can, but 100% your voice, okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll still start with Monica's initiation here, but whatever you react in, you'll react as not you. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sarah, how can I help you?
Well, I can't get the math problems right. I try and I just don't understand.
It's okay. I'm here to help you.
Scene. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is this? I ordered my steak rare and it's well done.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's just one of those days.
Can you take it back right away? I need a new steak.
Scene 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shh.
Dad's coming.
What was that?
Dad's coming.
And scene. Awesome. Woo! Guys, so much fun. Oh, I love it. So much fun that Monica's like, it's my turn again. No.
I know, right?
I love it. All right, so fill me in. Let's talk.
It was good. It was challenging to like think about my next initiation, but it went a lot better than I thought.
Cool. Chris.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I kind of still feel like I stay in the same character I always play. And I think I really need to move out of that.
Totally. But here's where I want to encourage you. It's the same thing we talked about, and it's kind of a theme. It happens to be through all kinds of different ways. We've talked about it through initiations. We talked about it in Danielle's scene about Buddy, I Love You, and changing not smiling. It's a slow process of mastery, of growth. So what we've done is you've earned it, Chris. Like a few months ago, as we were starting out this idea of improv and where it is, you weren't ready to start doing that yet. Your listening and your ability to jump on certain improv concepts wasn't there yet. Now that it is, you get to now explore characters more in this way. So it's so exciting. So now know you're on this part of the journey, and it's going to be hard. You're going to catch yourself continuing to be you, and that's okay. When you do it, as long as we look at it, you watch back your tape when you're doing scenes and go, darn it, I did it. Let me just keep being aware of it and getting better at it and practicing it at home. So your homework is you should be continuously not just writing out initiations, but practicing different character voices, practicing different ideas in that way. Joey loves doing character voices. Like, he just does, like, he'll randomly come around, he does The Incredibles, and Samuel L. Jackson, he's like, where is my super suit? Like, all throughout I'm pretty sure I heard him do it over here while we were in class. Like, he'll do that. He and Matt will do different Trump impressions and different things. Well, they're working a muscle where they're just altering their voice in different ways. So will they play a character like that in a scene? Maybe, maybe not. But they're just practicing voice inflection. So, hey, here he is. Joey, come over here, would you? Joey, come on in. Come on in so everybody can see you. Come on down here, bud. Come on down here. Would you do your favorite quote for everybody?
Oh, I have so
Where is
many.
my suit?
Yeah, I had it.
We were just talking about it. So I just think that they would really enjoy this moment.
Could you hear me from the other room?
I could hear you from the other room. We could. They can't, but I could. So go ahead. Go ahead there, bud.
Honey, where's my super suit? Where is my super suit?
Yeah, Joey.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So you'll notice Joey's entire physicality changes. His face changes. He does whatever he needs to do to turn into the character that he wants to create. And so I would encourage, even for fun, to look back, watch that little clip in the movie, and you'll be able to see, like, he's starting to work on creating that impression. That's just building a muscle that in an improv scene, a voice like that might come up, and he might play a character that fits that energy. Okay? Cool. So jumping over, Monica, to yours, I was so proud of your freeness. Like, I know that's not a word, but like your willingness to just be free and to just go. And was it challenging? Sure. But you were having so much fun. Right?
It felt nice.
So what I want you to do is take this and go, now take the pressure off myself of trying to come up with the right idea in a scene. Take the pressure off of trying to manipulate a scene a certain way or be funny, and go, let me pick one thing. Let me pick one trait, one energy, like you did with that one character where she's just like sort of like this energy, right? You take it on, you trust your partner's going to accept it, and just go. And then all the answers will come to you. And I bet you if we kept going with this scene, they would have just flowed through you. That's the power of making a strong choice right off the top of who our character is, and our partner then saying yes to that idea. Cool?
Okay.
So here's my small note for
Thank you.
Of course, of course. My small note is, and this is totally irrelevant to this idea of initiations for the most part. This is something that's just going to help you in your scenes in general. If you can, change a question into a statement, okay? So here's a cool thing that happened I want everyone to realize. Were you a therapist in the scene with her where you grabbed the notebook?
Yes,
100%,
I was.
100%, okay? I totally saw that. Well, Chris took my direction, played a totally different character, and you didn't panic. That's improv, guys. I want everyone to look back, watch that scene, and go, dang, that's improv. All you did was pick an energy, then you didn't bail on your energy. Just because she became like 5 or this young kid, you didn't stop being a person with a notebook. You just became a teacher with a notebook. And that's how that works. So we want to take those on and just say yes, and if you do that, you'll totally be able to stick to it. So that being said, with that beginning question to go, how can I help you? You can just sort of grab it, and that's okay, but you could totally look at it to help her even be framed more and go, so in our last session, you said that you're having trouble with your husband or whatever. Like,
okay,
you're blank. Now you have really like hammered in, this is who I am. And if she goes somewhere else with it, cool. But now the question is not being put in her court. You're now sending something her way of this is what's going on. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Awesome. All right. Good job, guys. Woo.
Thank you. Good job, Chris.
Good job. Thank you.
All right. Let's see here. George, Christina, Danielle, Phoebe, Bria. That's everybody. All right. So I'm going to bring us all back in. I'm going to mute everybody real quick. We'll hit a quick point where I speak to everybody, and then we're going to jump back into some more scene work together. Okay? Boop. Okay. So give you a chance to mute your lives really quick so that I can chat with you in here, and then we'll, again, jump back over. So that's the only reason you're muted. I'm going to unmute you in 1 second. If I missed anybody or missed a scene, please let me know, as I am doing the tech and teaching as well right now. So it's very easy to miss a name, especially inside of this program. So if that ends up happening, please, please, please let me know. And as a future lesson, just to anybody, if that ever happens, anything like that, always speak up. Always say something, because if you assume the best, assume that I probably made a mistake and I would want to know just as much as you would want to perform. Okay. So I'm going to unmute everybody here. All righty. So we sort of discussed these already together. What I want to do now is we have time for it. So we're going to jump into some quick scenes where I'm just going to let it go a little further, and we'll each get to do just sort of one scene. Okay? I might not even give feedback other than like a couple little things I throw at you. I just want to give you a chance now to take your idea, now roll with this, and see what happens when we aren't just jumping from one to the next, but we're just going with it. Okay? So before we do that, really quick, let's throw in a couple of quick takeaways that we got from that, either from your scene or from somebody else's. So we can just jump around. I'll call on different people, so raise your hand, and we'll come around to the different groupings. So, yep, just raise your hand. I'll call on you. Okay, Chris, yeah.
Chris or Christina?
Chris. Sorry, Chris. Let me use my diction. Chris. Oh, we are muted. Hold on 1 sec, Chris. Let me fix that. Grace, please, on the tech. Weird. Okay. Chris, speak again for me. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It says you're not muted. I'm going to try and mute you real quick. Oh, my mouse. Okay, Chris, let's try one more time here in 1 second. unmute. Okay, let's try again, Chris.
Does she mute herself?
See if you can mute and unmute yourself, Chris.
Because when I do that, it says when I mute myself, it won't let me do anything until you unmute me.
I set that up so you shouldn't have to do that because you should be able to unmute yourself. But this is the weird thing. It says that she...
She might have to change her microphone settings. One time that happened to me. Like, wait, are you on if she's on a computer, if you click the microphone and there's like these options. I remember one time this happened to me.
Brian, sometimes if she just leaves and then rejoins, it'll just fix itself.
Let's try that real quick. So, Chris, let's get you to jump out and then come back in, okay? So I'll have you leave the session, jump back in, and then as soon as you get back in, I'll let you in and add that up. While she's doing that, George, did I see your hand up?
Yeah. More statements, less questions.
Totally, 100%. Love that. What else? Danielle, yeah.
Energy matching is always a good thing.
Totally. Absolutely. That's an awesome choice. Anytime you're stuck, energy matching is a great option. Cool. Phoebe.
Just like being patient with your words and letting yourself initiate with your physicality and your energy and all that, and then speak. So don't feel like you have to just speak right away.
Yes, totally. And that it's just like masterclass. It's just like any scene. Phoebe's totally right. Physicality speaks. So as long as you've made the choice, it's so clear that there's a character behind it. I love that. Christina, yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I guess listening is a big one, but watching your partner and see what they do so you can figure out a little bit of something of what you want to do.
Totally. That's great. Amanda.
Yeah, hyper listening and definitely try to push yourself to do like something that's out of your comfort zone. So.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. Monica, go ahead.
Trust your partner.
Oh my gosh, just foundational yes on that one. Foundational, awesome yes. Okay, cool. Looks like Chris came back here. So Priya, go ahead while I'm pulling Chris in.
Don't overthink. Know where's the line between stop thinking and start doing, basically.
Totally. And I think like an exercise like this, and do your kids still like to do improv, Priya?
No.
No,
unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. My daughter is into drama, so yeah, she is still connected with the art, but not improv.
Not improv? Okay, cool. So if you could find, I mean, somebody, and maybe you're just like, would you please help me with this? Somebody to like do this exercise with you a bunch, I think would be so good for you because, and it goes into, I was talking about for me and my life and just outside of acting, all of our best and worst attributes are the same. So Matt was helping me through some life stuff because I've talked about it a lot in classes, but pride is a huge thing for me. So I struggle with pride, man. I have a really hard time. I'm very proud. Like I will defend myself sometimes when it's not called for because I feel like I'm right. And Matt was helping me yesterday and it came to him this idea like, well, also, this thing can also be your greatest strength if you learn to use it in the right ways. Because this idea of pride, to be proud of what you're doing is a positive thing. To be proud of the people around you and the stuff they're doing is an extremely positive thing. So if we take the same idea, I'll apply it to you, Priya. You are very intelligent. You're quick-witted. It's facts. If Joey was here, this is his new thing. It's Joey Sweeney facts. He loves saying it. I would Joey Sweeney facts you, okay? You're quick-witted. You come up with scenes, and I watch you mapping out what direction to take them. And so it excites me to be in a scene with you in that way. So that is your greatest strength. It's also going to be the weakness that holds you back from being totally free. So an exercise like this is going to be amazing for you as you're moving forward.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Let's see. Do we got Chris back here? Let's see. Christina and there's Chris, and we got audio. I'm gonna ask her to start her video.
Oh, there I
Hey,
am.
there you are. And we got our audio. All right. Okay. Yeah, celebrate.
Awesome.
All right, Chris, hit me.
Oh, I was going to say match your scene partner's energy.
Awesome. Awesome. And you know what, Chris, for you too, right now, as you're working the character side of this and trying new things, that's going to be amazing for you. You know, you end up opposite of like a Phoebe who just dives right into a character, or a George that's just like, they're going to go into a voice and find one and just attack it. You just match and you go, boom, let me do that along with you. And that's going to enhance that skill that you're already trying to work.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Okay, great. Did we all get one out there? Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to get a scene in each, and then we'll close out the class from there. So I'm going to send you guys out. We'll bring you in 2 at a time. Nice work. Woo. You can talk on your way out. I'm not going to be mad if you do.
Everyone is doing amazing.
Yes.
Yes, everyone is.
You guys are.
Yay.
Yeah. Yay. Maybe we get like some hold music. What do you think, Phoebe?
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I can sing. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Okay. All right, let me see. Let's switch it around here a little bit. Let's start off with Amanda and Danielle. Amanda and Danielle. Maybe we get like some hold music. What do you think, Phoebe?
Yeah. I can.
Okay. All right, let's get a quick audio test from both of you.
Check, testing.
Hello, hello.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I love it. So whenever you're ready, either one of you can initiate. So what this will look like is I'll just give you an action, then take your time to zone in to physicality. Either one of you can start off with the first line, and let's build a scene together, okay? All right. And action.
Lady, are you okay?
Oh no, no, dear, I can't find my cane.
What
I
cane?
think I lost my walking cane. I'm stuck on this chair because I can't walk.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Is there anything I can help you with?
Well, it might be a little hard because you're in the other room. I just don't know what to do.
Oh.
Can you come over?
No. I'm locked in.
Locked in? What do you mean you're locked in?
I'm locked in. My mother locked me in.
Can you tell her that an old lady needs help with her cane?
No.
Okay, good. So I'm going to rewind real quick, start the same scene because I love the characters, love the idea. What's missing? The relationship between you guys.
I thought about that right when,
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Dang it, yeah.
So as soon as you realize it, just get it in there.
Okay.
Throw it in. Because I love the characters, I love the energy. We both felt it, so that's why, because neither of us said it, we're both sitting in that sort of like middle ground, okay? So start again, love the initiation, love that. Let's just decide who we are to each other. Let's make that very obvious, and let's build together. Okay, here we go. And 3, 2, 1, action.
Grandma.
Yes, my precious darling.
Are you okay, Grandma?
Oh no, honey. I can't find my readers anywhere. Can you help me, sweetie?
I wish I could help you, but I can't go out.
Oh, now you tell your mother that her mother says it's very important. I need my readers.
She's outside doing...
Do you want me to talk to her, young lady?
Grandma, she's so scary. You shouldn't.
Look, tell your mother that I fell. If you tell her that I fell, you'll have to come over and help me.
You fell? No, I don't want to lie.
No.
She's gonna...
You gotta tell. If you want, I'll lay down on the floor right here and I'll put my camera so your mom can see. This way you'll have to come.
How would you fell and then angle your camera? Grandma.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. We have to make it look.
Scene. Oh my gosh, I love it. Love it. So we feel how much easier that is, right?
Yeah.
So it's as simple as that. Both characters were phenomenal. So as soon as you realize we haven't got it yet, throw in the grandma. Throw in whatever you need to do to make it both aware for our partner and for our audience who we are together. Okay? Awesome. Small note to move forward is realizing the game of this and what was the most important thing. The fact that grandma wants you to lie.
Yeah.
Okay? So then we kind of skipped over that after. At that point, like, we wouldn't let that go. Like, now she's just continuing. Instead of talking about the angles of the camera and this, like, she's trying to straight up get you to lie. Like, that's messed up. Okay? And so we're now interested in that. Let's keep going down that road and let's squeeze the orange, if you will, on that situation. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome. Good job, girls. Nice scene.
Thank you.
Great job, Amanda.
Great job.
Okay.
That was
next,
fun.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. Okay, let's do. We're gonna do Priya and Monica. Priya and going down that road, and let's orange, if you will, on that situation. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Is it
Awesome.
weird hearing yourself, Amanda, in the background of your background?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, we got you. Priya, you there?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Take your time. Connect into physicality. Either one of you can start with the initiation. Whenever you're ready.
You know, JT, I fell in the school ground. What? It was fun. It was fun.
Did you get hurt?
I did.
Are you okay?
Big scrape on my knees.
Do you go to the doctor? I need to take you to the doctor.
I'm brave. I'm brave.
You and your bravery.
I'm
You're gonna get a knee surgery again.
No, I'm just gonna walk with these bleeding knees. I'm not even gonna put a band-aid on it. I want to show them off.
Wow.
Yes.
I can't believe you.
Nobody will. That's why I don't want to put anything on my knees. I want them to see it.
You know they can get infected, right?
Who cares?
I care. I care. Okay, Mom? You can die. And I don't want that.
I'll be fine. You're boring. You're really boring. Come on.
I'm boring?
Yeah. You need some adventure in your life. You can't live.
I don't want broken knees.
It's fun.
I want healthy
it's
knees.
living life. It's living life.
You can live life different ways.
Yeah, locked up in a cage. Not
I'm not in a cage.
Yeah, you're in the cage of your mind. Get out of it.
I do go.
Monica's like, how do I deal with that one? What the cage of my mind? Brilliance. Okay, cool. So great. So I want to talk about a couple things again. Going into the improv idea, Priya, you were a child, correct?
I was.
Okay. So she had sort of established this voice and I just want you to be aware of it. However, technically it wasn't said. So it's something as an improviser, as a listener, I want you to notice these little things, Monica, because your partner will give you clues like that. However, because it wasn't fully established, what you then did was just lay it out on the table and go, this is the case. Now, because Priya then said yes to that, it actually became a very, very interesting choice. This idea of a mother who is so carefree and getting in trouble, and the daughter is the one who has to parent. Because that relationship exists. This is a heightened version of that. She goes and plays on the playground, a little weird, but like she's just wild, you know? She's a mom jumping on the monkey bars and going crazy, and like that's fun to imagine. But there is a relationship in which a parent is actually parented by their child because they are not the ones being responsible. And so what you've now done is take a situation that many people go through and would relate to. You've heightened it, brought some comedy into it, but it's still truthful. So my main note actually is just to slow down. So we want to hear every little detail and deal with those details. So the idea that you waited on the cage there actually is fine. So then to sit there and just sort of like manage how we're going to deal with that, and the cage is so important, cool. There were a lot of moments where we kept jumping off on top of each other, and part of it is the technicality of the lag and that stuff. But if we just realize I have to wait until your sentence is done here, then I can jump right on. I know I'm going to jump right on. I know this last piece I'm going to jump on with, but I want to make sure it gets heard. Okay? And in this format, and this is new, Priya, to you, because we haven't worked this yet, if you want to interrupt somebody, there's two ways to do it. So, Priya, start talking to me real quick.
Hey, Brian, I really want to talk to you right now.
Look, okay? I can kind of come in with a statement like that. One that's just it's plain, it's not the thing I want to say, but it interrupts what you're saying, and then I say what's important. Then I'm like, we need to talk, okay?
Got it.
That way that doesn't get missed. The other way is I jump in with the thing, but then I repeat it. So you're talking to me, go again.
Hey, Brian, I want to
We
talk
need to
you.
talk, okay? We need to talk. So I've now interrupted with the thing, but then I repeat the thing to make sure it gets heard, okay? Because I love the back and forth. I actually really like that chemistry. We just have to make sure that lines don't get missed, okay?
Got it. Yeah, it was interesting because I was imitating my nephew to start with, and I had his persona in my mind, and I was imagining myself in a school compound. And then the moment she said "mom," the whole thing changed around me, and then I, became the mom.
Totally. And, that's improv.
Yeah, it's interesting how, like...
Go ahead, Monica.
It's just interesting how one of us have, like, a different intake, and then one of us, like, responds differently. It's just interesting.
Absolutely.
I think that's the best
How that
part of it.
happens.
Yeah, I think that's the best part of it because now that I know your take, I'm adding that to my inventory, so to say. So now I will be able to see all the other I'll be able to add different perspectives to how I'm seeing stuff.
Absolutely. That's a perfect way of putting it there, Priya. We have this idea, it's going to change, it's going to adapt. So we take that on. We don't back off. You don't stop having the voice you've chosen to have. We just adapt, add that to it, and make new discoveries. That's where some of the coolest comedy comes from. Again, the kid is fine, it's good, but to have somebody make you a mom that's doing that now is hilarious, and it's something we would have never thought of. And because you said yes and just adapted, it became so great. So very good work, guys. Love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. Our next two are going to be... Let's do... George and George and Chris. We'll go with George and Chris. And that's Chris, not Christina.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. Our next two are going to be. Let's do. I love that smile, Monica. It's so great.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, let's get a quick sound test here. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
Hello, George.
Hello.
Perfect. All right, let's connect in. Either one of us can start with the initiation. Here we go.
Dude, don't be a wimp. Just ask her out.
Oh man, I ain't being a wimp. I'm gonna ask her out.
Just walk up and ask her. She digs you, man. Just ask her.
She's 3 years younger than me. I don't know if she knows who I am.
I've seen her looking at you. I know she'll say yes. You just got to do it, man. You just come out of your shell and do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Give me some lines. You're a girl. What would you want me to say to you? Give me some lines.
You know, don't make it too hard. Just say, do you like pizza? And if she says yes, then you ask her for pizza.
I like pizza.
Yeah.
Ask her that. Ask her that.
Yeah, everybody likes it. Girls like pizza.
That's a good one. You got any more? Give me some more.
Ask her if she likes to go dancing.
I can't dance. But I'll ask her if she likes to dance. She would like to dance, right?
It's not about you. It's about her.
Right. It's about her, not me. I keep forgetting. Give me one more line. You're good with lines.
Yeah, you know, I am good with lines, and I don't know, man. How about
Okay, good. So I kind of this guy now Chris is like, where do I come up with here, right?
Yeah.
So that's that. Be careful. Now at this point, we want to be cautious with being on the spot. However, it kind of fit George's character at this point. So now, Chris, you can straight up, you don't have to give him another one.
Oh, okay. So
you can just be like, look, I've given you enough wisdom. Sort of like at that beginning when you were kind of like, just do it. Like, you've now given him enough wisdom, and technically, really, what is he doing? He's stalling.
Yeah.
Right? Because you've given him some great advice. He's listened to it. So when you notice that, you can totally call that out, and that's fine. Now, that being said, I got to talk about a great moment here. You said, don't make it too hard. You were looking at George. George asked the question. He put you right on the spot there. He goes, give me a line. Okay? That would be an easy panic moment. That'd be an easy moment to go, oh, crap, what's a line? Where do I go with that? So you stayed in character because you picked a very solid character, different voice, which way to go. And you waited, and then you're like, well, don't make it too hard. AKA, you called to light the fact that you were the one that was going to now have to answer. So that's we call that like an inside joke with the audience, because they know, we know that you don't know what to say. We know what's happening on the spot. So we know now you have to answer something you don't know the answer to.
Uh-huh.
So hearing you state something like, don't make it too hard, we now know that's a way for you to fill in, let me figure out what to say here. And it's funny. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then you just jump into whatever that ended up being, which was the pizza. And then we started talking about just more ideas of this girl and how to talk to her, and it not being about him. And it became about not the girl herself and him asking her, but the two of you. Mm-hmm. So this is a fine example of that we're referencing someone outside of our scene, but really it's about us. Okay. Good. Awesome. Any questions on that?
That's good.
Nice job, guys. Really good listening. Love it. Good work.
Energy, Chris.
Thank you. It was fun.
All right, we're going to jump over to Christina and Phoebe. Christina and Phoebe. Okay. All right, Phoebe, hello.
Hello.
Christina, hello.
Hi.
All right, we are both in. Let's zone in, connect to character, and either one of you can initiate.
You've been doing a really good job this season, Marcia.
Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
I'm cheating.
You're cheating at volleyball?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What are you doing? Like taking steroids or?
Don't tell anybody, Stephanie. Like, I don't want people to know.
Oh, and I'm kind of sad. You're kind of my role model, Marcia. I can't believe you've been cheating this whole time.
Everybody cheats.
I don't.
You should. If you want to USA team, you're going to have to cheat.
Really? I mean, I just thought that you had like passion and drive. Is that code words for drugs and steroids?
No, that's for win, win, win. I don't want to be a loser.
I mean, I guess I don't either. I want to be a winner like you are.
Right.
Oh, Marcia, you're really intense. You always seem so carefree when we're out on the field.
My parents make me, okay? This isn't easy.
Your parents make you cheat at lacrosse?
No.
Oh my.
No, my parents, they're all about winning.
My parents are all about winning too, but it's more like winning the competition of being the nicest person or winning the competition of making the most delicious cauliflower crust pizza. I guess that's more what I'm good at.
Look, it's not that. My parents are, if you don't win, you don't come home.
Marcia, I'm sorry, that sounds really intense. If you ever need somewhere to stay, you can always come to my house.
My parents wouldn't allow that.
I see. My house is pretty messy.
Scene. Okay, good. So we had some really nice moments in here. I want to talk about it, okay? So could you feel some of the hesitancy, some of the struggle points?
Mm-hmm.
Where do we think that came from? Christina?
I guess it was just like, for me, when she said something, I just didn't know where to come back, like how to go off on that. So I had to like kind of sit there and think about it.
Okay. Phoebe?
Yeah, I guess I was just like, I feel like I was trying to make space to like make sure we were both talking equally, whereas probably since I sensed she was struggling, I should have just jumped in and said something else. But I tend to, because I have a problem sometimes with talking too much in scenes, so I tend to sort of be hyper aware of it and trying to like make a lot of space and stay more quiet. But I think that I have to learn to also, if I feel there's hesitation, that it's okay to then just jump in and keep,
Sure. To realize specifically that it's coming from partner struggling. So realizing, okay, and that's now a reason to come in and figure out, okay, how do I keep pushing this forward and helping? Because I realize, okay, Christina's struggling here to come up with this answer, right? And you were, right, Christina?
Yeah.
So then you go ahead.
First she volleyball, and then I was like, volleyball. And I'm like, for my mind, I don't know why, but I went to basketball, and I was like, wait, that's not the same sport. So I kind of got it confused. That's why I said using steroids, because it like totally messed me up.
So that just comes from freedom. So let yourself be changed.
Okay.
Your idea of basketball is what fueled the intense energy you had at the beginning, which is what made this scene so beautiful from the top. So I loved it. It was so emotional. Like there was just right off the bat, Phoebe could feel the tension in you. So we didn't know why or where it was coming from. So that, I believe, inspired Phoebe to go into this really sweet character. Your choice before we even spoke inspired her to do that, which came from your mind of basketball. Okay? So basketball has not been stated. So because of that now, as soon as something does, it actually doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the energy you have. It doesn't change your idea of using steroids. It doesn't change anything except for the sport.
Okay.
So then if we can realize that, you just stay in character, you accept her idea, and we stay down that track. Because what was really funny was this idea of this role model, and Phoebe was really honest about that, who's giving terrible advice, who's giving awful advice about using steroids, and that's the only way to win, and watching, and it was sad but funny, because we know it's not a real situation, but watching Phoebe's character get manipulated was interesting to us, sad but also funny. Because we believed it, because you were listening and going through. So then when we got off track was, because of that in your headspace, Christina, we stopped fully listening and playing the game. And that game could have kept going on until either Phoebe decides to do steroids or decides not to. And then that would be the close of the scene, or we'd go somewhere else.
How do you get out of your head? Because that's where I lost it and I started thinking too much.
The answer to that is the answer to what we've been working all night: repetition.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would ask you this question, and I know I'm sorry it sounds so generic, right? It really does. It's like, just do that, but it's so true. So if we look back, getting in your head, do you remember when you first started improv?
Yeah.
How? Yeah, right? It was, right? You're so in your head that like literally no choices are being made. So you go back, you look at that first video, and then you look at this one and you go, dang, that is that is progression, that is mastery. I'm just going to keep getting better and better at not being in my head, and that is going to continue to translate not only in my scenes, but in my life, which is so cool.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good job, girls.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring everybody back in now, so we can go ahead and mute those. I'm going to mute everybody as they come in, and then we'll unmute once everybody's lives are muted. How's it? Being in my head, and that is going to continue to translate not only in my life, which is so cool.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good job, girls. Okay, let's go ahead and mute those lives. Okay, great. So we've got, man, tonight was just so littered with lessons. Like there was just so many great things we can take out of tonight and just apply moving forward. But one of the big ones that I want us to take away, it applies to improv. It really kind of goes into anything really, okay? And that's that idea of continual mastery. So we saw it in all different areas. We saw it in improvisers who were struggling with getting in their head about their ideas. We saw that with improvisers who were planning ahead with their ideas. We saw that with improvisers trying to get into characters that are outside of themselves. So all of these things, all these concepts, the same idea applies. The idea of, if we can recognize where the struggle is and just keep working at it, like I was saying to Christina, it will just get better. There's no way it doesn't. So we have a week off here before we come back in 2 weeks. And so my encouragement to you would be to take that time to keep working on these and not just take a total week off of your acting. And moving completely forward, I talked to the teen class about this today, always be working on it. So we've now put out a bunch of cool little exercises just tonight alone that you could add to an improv exercise list that at any time you could pull out and start working on every day. And again, we love improv. We're in this because it's fun and we enjoy it. So to keep working on these exercises can be an amazing de-stressor from all the things we have in life. And oftentimes, that's one of the last things we do. When we're stressed and we got a bunch of things going on, we go, no, I don't have time for that, right? I got to get this done and that done. When really, if you just took 10 minutes to do this, some form of this thing that you really enjoy, a lot of that stress would go away because you're putting yourself in a joy state to go back and do those work things you need to do, and you're going to be getting better as an actor. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so that's sort of the big thing. And then going back, watch the video. There was all kinds of little lessons that we all just took out individually and dealing with initiations. So without me saying it, these scenes were great because of the initiations, because we made choices. So moving forward from now on in our scenes, realize that is the most important thing as we're going into our scene, is that our partner gets on the same page as us as to who we are so that we can push the scene forward. Because without relationship, we have nothing. No matter what you're doing, no matter how interesting the things you're talking about are or your character is, without you two caring about each other in one way, shape, or form, we don't care. We might care for 30 seconds, maybe a minute, but we're going to stop caring. Relationships are what fuel improv scenes and life. Okay. Great job tonight, guys. Again, we've got 2 weeks off here, so we won't be in class next week. We'll be back the week after that. We'll be doing virtual and in person. We figured out how to do that, so we're super excited about that. For those who are continuing virtually, you guys will be doing this over just the way that we have been. We have a projector pulled down in studio, so we'll be pulling you up with another person who's working in this format. And the other class who's in person will get to watch you, and you'll get to watch them. So we're very excited. It's super cool. Joey, Matt, Shay, the team has worked super hard at that, at creating sort of our own format of it, and you guys are just going to love it. It's going to be great. So that picks up in 2 weeks, and as a reminder, we're on our summer schedule, which means that for 3 weeks, we'll be doing 2-hour class instead of 4 weeks of an hour and a half. So we start back up in 2 weeks, and it's 2 hours each week. Same total time, but it just changes so there's not 4 weeks. That's because of the summer schedule. So, cool. Yeah, Christina.
Do we just email Shay to let her know that